Anybody just came in, remember, please turn off your cell phones. No video for the cell phones. And when we have a question and answer start, please give us your name and affiliation and to whom you're addressing the question if it's one of the players. Start off with a statement from you, Mike.
Lost my voice a little bit, sorry. We were terrific tonight. Just really played, well, and starts on the mound, and Hunter was just like he's pitched, the second half of the season. Unfortunately for him, we didn't play, great defense early, and not taking anything away from Arkansas, but he shouldn't have given up a run today. We mispositioned Gonzalez in the first inning and allowed a routine ground ball to the shortstop become a base hit to start the game, and then with 2 outs, sun, wind, fly ball to left field, and so he actually got 5 outs in the first inning, and so and then of course 2 unearned runs in the second, but. I think what people haven't seen before, or haven't seen, if you haven't seen Hunter before, you saw why he's so good. That here's a freshman on the biggest stage in amateur baseball, and he didn't let it affect him. He just continued to pitch and work and grind, and offensively we were really, really good. Mike Clement and the offense, just a great approach, and got some huge hits. I thought we got some big walks. So many guys, had huge days. Of course, Calvin and Justin, but others. Elko had a huge home run, one of the longest balls I've ever seen hit here. And then, I thought Graham had a good day as well. A couple base hits and a couple really good ABs, but just a really good night for us.
Okay, let's open it up to questions for the student athletes only right now, and we'll start back here in the back.
Hey guys, Austin Eldridge with the Rebel Walk. This is for Justin and for Calvin. Calvin, you had a 3-hit night. Justin, you had a 4-hit night. Just kind of talk about what you guys were seeing from the pitching staff, particularly with how many pitchers that they used against y'all tonight.
Justin, start.
Yeah, we had a scouting report, and we thought they were going to staff it, in which they did. And they threw a pitcher an inning there until kind of got out of hand. But yeah, we knew what we were doing. What our scouting report was, and just go up there and have tough at bats. And try to get each pitcher out of the game is what we did.
Calvin.
Yeah, kind of going off what JB said as well. We kind of knew what they were going to come in and do. And just really compete well at the plate and keep an approach through each pitcher they threw out there.
Okay, Mike.
Mike LaPresti, NCAA.com. This is for each of you. Not that you weren't a confident team before, but the longer this goes on, does your confidence and your belief reach a new level?
Who do you want to answer that?
Any of them.
Okay, why don't you start, Justin?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I didn't.
Not that you weren't confident before, but the longer this surge goes on, does the confidence and the belief and understanding of what you guys might accomplish, does it reach a new level?
No doubt. We're a great team, and we knew that from the start. And we had a rough patch there in the middle where we were 7-14, but we just stuck together. And now I don't know how many wins we have in a row now, but just with the leadership of Tim Elko, we just stuck together and just kept winning games.
Hunter?
Yeah, like you said, obviously baseball is a big momentum game, and we're building a lot of momentum right now. That's obviously what you look to do in the postseason, and getting hot is a true thing in baseball. Just keep building confidence, and that's what we look to do.
Okay, Mitch?
Mitch Kutcher, CBS 247. Hunter, your bats got going early today. How does that help you have success on the pitching side of things?
Yeah, it's huge. Pitching with the lead's huge, and these guys have been able to do that for me lately. I think I've had a good amount of run support lately, and it's easier to pitch with the lead, obviously, than being down runs or tied, having to make every single pitch perfect. So, yeah, it allows you just to flood the strike zone and let whatever happen.
Okay. Right here.
Matt Tallarini from World Baseball Network. This question is going to be for Justin Bench. Justin, how much confidence have you been feeling after the plate? 4-hit night. I mean, just unremarkable stature you've been having this season. What are the mechanics that you were bringing with the pitching staff that you have been seeing with Arkansas for most of the season?
I was just trying to have good at-bats, and a lot of people had good at-bats today with Tim Elko and the big home run and Calvin. But yeah, we're just working with Coach Clem and the scouting report and just trying to figure out what that day the pitcher's going to bring.
Okay, right here.
Jake Thompson on the Spirit. Justin, how invaluable has it been this past couple weeks with what Calvin and Garrett have done at the bottom of that order, kind of presenting you opportunities when you get up there and the order flips?
Very valuable. Having Garrett be able to come in and, play any position in the infield, he and Calvin for sure. Everybody, having the 8-9 hitter come up, getting the order to turn around, for Gonzo and Tim and Kevin, it's huge.
Okay, right here.
Michael Katz, Daily Journal Hunter. In that third inning, they have a leadoff walk, and you pick that guy off, and they had kind of gone back and forth those first couple innings. Did that pick off kind of feel like a big moment for you guys?
Absolutely, yeah. I think they got the leadoff guy on the first 3 innings, counting that one, I guess. And erasing him and technically getting the leadoff out was huge. It allowed me to settle in and attack the next guy and start to settle in a little bit and start to put it on cruise mode.
Okay. Mark?
Noah Darling, CWS 247.
No.
I'm sure you've heard it before, Hunter, but you look like Doug Nikazi out there, and you wear the same number he does. How much do you try and emulate his game when you're throwing?
I don't really try to emulate his game. A lot of respect for the guy. He was an incredible pitcher here, of course. But no, I don't think we have too much of a similar style. But yeah, I've gotten that a lot recently. We look alike, wear the same number, left-handed, everything like that. But I don't know if I really try to imitate my game after anyone. Yeah.
Okay, way in the back. Is that Mitch?
Yeah,
Yep.
Mitch Sherman, The Athletic. Justin, you mentioned Tim Elko and his leadership a couple of times up there. What have you seen from him, and not just this year, but through the time that you've been together and what he's meant to this program?
Yeah, I mean, I've been here with him. Every year he's been a captain, and he's also my roommate. So seeing him off the field, with the team and on the field, he's able to just bring us together, keep his composure, and just make sure that everybody just is doing the right thing.
Okay, guys. Got a game tomorrow night. Thank you. You're good. No game. No game. Next week.
I was going to say, I thought if you won, you didn't play. That's what they told us before the tournament.
It's going. Game. Sorry. Mitch will take care of any other requests, and we'll start here with Kendall for Mike.
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball. Coach, as you just kind of sit in the dugout and just watch the run that this team is on, like, what's going through your mind? It's almost like I need to keep my hands off because these guys are just rolling right now.
There's some of that. Some we've over the last probably 3 weeks we've met less. As a team, there's things obviously we have to meet. We have to prepare with the scouting report, as Justin alluded to a few times. Clem meeting with the hitters, I'm meeting with the pitchers. But a lot of the team meetings we've either shortened or did away with, and so so there is some of that. That's not even being sarcastic, but just it's been a neat run. You've seen so many teams over the years, get on this, and as I think Hunter said, getting hot's real. It's not just some facetious. It's confidence, kids playing well, and so when they're doing that, I think sometimes the best thing you can do as a coach is let them go, and we've tried to do that, and sometimes that's hard, right? That's it's not what we do often. So, but sometimes the best thing you can do is just get out of their way.
Okay, right back here.
Hey, Coach. Austin Eldridge with the Rebel Walk. 10 out of you guys' 19 runs in this tournament have come with 2 outs. Just kind of talk about the 2-out approach that you're seeing from the guys and what's working for them.
Well, I think we said it the other day. Somebody asked a similar question, and I learned from my mentor a long time ago. The most important thing to win a baseball game is dominant pitching, and we've had that. But the second most important thing is the timely hit, and we've had a ton of those over the last 3 weeks. And a really really good offense, as I think many of you know. But sometimes offensively, to get things rolling, it's tough, and it's hard to score runs unless you're going to score them with two outs. I mean, you can score them with no, and you can score them with one, but man, those 2-out runs are backbreakers. And when they happen to you on the other side, when you're a pitch away from getting off the field, and we've been in that position as well, and so it's nice that we're getting some of those.
Okay, Mitch.
Mitch Kutcher, CWS 247. Coach, you've had a lot of highs and lows this season. What's it mean for you to be 2-0 in Omaha and now 1 win away from the championship series?
Obviously, we're excited. This is a big game. I think either losing the first one or the second one. And man, it's tough. It's tough to get through because you got to play 4 days in a row and you got to win the next 3. Just to get to the championship series. So this was as I thought about this morning and trying to go through the pitching plan in different scenarios and how we would use the bullpen, knowing that if you lose, you got a lot of innings to get through, over the next few days. And fortunately, we didn't have to use that, but we were ready to empty the tank and use whoever tonight and not worry about the next day to win this game. And fortunately, we didn't have to do that. Hunter was just really, really good. But it was neat. I may have said it, or maybe I'm confused. Maybe I said it on the radio before I came in here. But tonight, Mason Nichols threw, true freshman, hasn't thrown since Coral Gables. Our closer, Brandon Johnson, hasn't thrown since Coral Gables. I mean, that's amazing. Like your closer, you're winning games, your closer, because we haven't been in a game closer than 4 runs. And so I don't like bringing in the closer, as you can see tonight. When you have a big lead, they're not used to pitching like that. They're used to pitching with a lot of adrenaline and tight ball games. And so there's times where we just won't run them out there, because the lead's so big. And because we've played so well and we've scored so many runs and pitched so well in front, but it was nice, and we had to get those guys out there today, regardless of the score. Those guys had to touch the mound.
Okay, right here.
Nick Suss, Clarion Ledger. Mike, for a guy like Calvin, who's kind of had his ups and downs this year, what can a game like this mean for him, and kind of what have you seen from him that kind of brought the bat back after a rough couple of months?
We inserted him one of those games in Coral Gables, and he had a good day, hit an opposite field double, and we've been playing him ever since. And he, as you saw, Nick, did this at the beginning of the season, and we really needed that. It was a shot in the arm because that was when Dunhurst went down with a pulled hamstring, missed a few weeks, and Calvin's be a catcher on probably 95% or 98% of the other teams. We just happen to have Hayden Dunhurst, so he doesn't get to get behind the dish very much. But in that time, we needed him to catch. But boy, I mean, he hit 500. Like the first 3 weeks of the season, and then when we started conference play, he wasn't playing regularly. That can happen offensively. He struggled. He struggled a little bit in offensively in conference play, but the last few weeks he's been terrific, and we needed it. It's right at the right time.
Jake.
Jake Thompson on the Spirit, kind of to that, and kind of what I asked Justin, just how invaluable has it been with what Garrett and Calvin have done in the 8-9 to flip it and give y'all some opportunities at base when the top of the order gets there?
Those are the best offenses, right? The best offenses where you sit up and you hear coaches say, 1 through 9, they're difficult. It's hard to navigate through that lineup. There's lineups that are scary in the middle. They're scary. There's lineups that are top heavy. We've had some really good lineups here, and those lineups that are really good, or you look up and 8-hole guys, hitting 3-something, or he's got 10 home runs. I mean, you look at Peyton Chatney, he's got 11 home runs, and he's been batting 7th, 8th, or 9th, practically the whole season. So I think because baseball is such a neat game where you can't call timeout at the end, right, and give it to your best player, right, design a play to throw it to him or let him take the final shot. Baseball is that game where get to the 9th inning, the lineup's the lineup. Those guys are batting, and so, or as somebody asked earlier, with 2 outs, the runners are on, and you can't bat Tim Elko. You can't devise a play. So, the best offenses are the ones that can hit 1 through 9 because that's going to give you the most opportunities to score.
Okay, any more questions for John? Or
It's been a long day. Just give him a break. It's all right.
whoever this guy is. Mike. Okay. Hey, it's me.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Boy, that would have been rotten.